There we go. After cleaning out some storage, I immediately get a shitload of time to make videos. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do part 2 to what if Vegeta was the main character, because I messed up on the title. So I'm gonna try that and see what happens. But we're gonna continue right off where we left off, right? Where Vegeta just turned Super Saiyan after Goku died. So let's get into it. So now what's going on now is Vegeta is furious, but at the same time he understands what's going on. Frieza is like, wait, you, what, what are you? He said, come on now, Frieza. You know, I'm the legend, the Super Saiyan. As he says as he's powering up. But once again, when I kept giving him small power boosts throughout the, it was a very bad attempt because I was tired that day, but enough of that. He was progressively getting more and more powerful, so he kind of felt a little bit more above, the stuff he did in canon. So once again, Gohan's watching him, so that'll play a part later, because we gotta make it on a real one. So he's like, "Come on, Frieza, you know exactly what I am." And so what ended up happening is Vegeta and Frieza, they're going on in an intense and immense fight. It's blow to blow, hand to hand, kick to kick, flip to flip, boom, boom, boom. And Vegeta is dominating this fight for the most part. Frieza does try to go to 100%, but Vegeta stops that and smacks him away like a fly and continues pounding on him. He said, "All right, Frieza, enough playing. I'm ended you." And so he kicks Frieza up in the air and says, "Gallet, wait, something's off here." And before he can launch the attack, he looks up and sees Frieza charging up a ball. "You snooze, you lose." And so what Frieza did was he made some energy fly around Vegeta to distract him. And Frieza threw down the ball and blew up the planet. Now, the planet didn't blow up, but the core struck and all this stuff. But right before Vegeta was about to go up to Frieza and punch him and, kill him, Frieza ran away. But Vegeta, was heavily, he wasn't too tired. Vegeta was all right. Now, not Goku, he's dead. Now, come on, brain, come on, brain, you can do it. But Frieza was dummy damaged though from getting his ass handed to him like a rag doll. So that'll make sense when he comes back later. So time passes, and when everyone gets teleported and all that stuff happens, because it happens a lot smoother than it does in the canon, because it's not like this immense, tense battle that was going on. Vegeta pretty much had to lead it. He wasn't playing around as much. He was still kind of fooling around because, he felt a little bit more superior, but I digress. So after that happens or whatever, when everyone gets wished back, Vegeta looks at Gohan in a different light. So instead of them fighting and Vegeta being all arrogant and all that, he's like, "Brat, Kakarot's brat, you come with me." And then he turns back around before saying, "If you don't want to, that's up to you. But us as the last two living and breathing Saiyans, we should stick together." And after Vegeta saying that, Gohan kind of like looks at Piccolo kind of like begrudgingly, like, "Do I really want to?" He thinks about it. He ends up going or whatever. After Bulma gives Vegeta a place to live, or we could just say he asks, "Woman, I heard you're rich," or some to that effect. Because actually, no, I did this wrong. They ride in the ship back. So when everyone else get wished there and all the Namek and stuff, they've already been there. So after they come back, and during the time they were talking to Vegeta meditating, not really meditating like Piccolo, but just thinking about what he's done. Krillin was beat up a little bit, but everyone's still alive for the most part. I'm gonna keep everyone alive. um, Bulma was talking about how he might need a place and all this other stuff. So him and Vegeta, Gohan and Vegeta, they start, befriending one another a lot sooner than they did in canon. And after that happens, when everyone gets wished back, nothing too major happens. And now you also got to remember that Gohan was training with Vegeta before Frieza arrives, part two. So with this being said and with this being happening, this is what's gonna happen, right? When Frieza gets here, um, all of his men and all that stuff, Vegeta and Gohan, they go up first with Piccolo and Krillin following behind them. Everyone meets up, but since Vegeta and Gohan was already right there, and Gohan, he has some Saiyan armor with him, so he has that from when they were fighting. Because damn, I can't do these videos. He has Saiyan armor from when they were on planet Namek, but Bulma was able to reconstruct it and make it a lot better. Blah blah blah. So they end up going off, and Vegeta does have his armor too. So when Frieza talking all this mad heat, Gohan immediately blasts his Masako around and just starts obliterating everyone and everything. And Frieza's just like, oh, the brat thinks he can. At this moment, the brat like charges at Frieza and like jaws him in the dome piece. And so right then and there, Frieza gets mad and it's like, all right, I'm gonna blow. And then before Frieza can say anything, Vegeta's behind him, Super Saiyan Big Bang, and the Big Bang is actually heading towards Gohan. And Gohan does a I'm gonna say no, Vegeta doesn't know that movie yet, so I can't say that. But Gohan does a Kamehameha and shoots the blast upward, so kind of eclipse Frieza. Like Frieza's like right here, the Big Bang hit him, and the Kamehameha kind of pushed him up, so it kind of collapsed and blew up. Frieza's dead. Now King Cole sees this, and he powers up, right? And so when he powers up, I'm gonna say he's gonna go into his own final form, right? So Gohan and Vegeta, well, Vegeta was already powered up to Super Saiyan. Gohan powers up to Super Saiyan. And now before you say, oh, I don't think he would do this, I think Gohan would be able to do this because of Krillin Piccolo getting beat up, his father dying, because most of the stuff is pretty similar in canon. The only difference is Vegeta got beat up a little more. So he would still think about how he was a little weakling, how he got kidnapped and all that stuff. And since Vegeta is a much harder teacher than the likes of Piccolo and Goku, I think he'd be able to do it. Now, I'm not going to say it's mastery or anything like that, but I think he'd be able to muster just enough anger to boil over the top. So they're both going at him with everything they got. They're just fighting, and it's power being thrown and flung around, and everyone's like, whoa. And then off in the distance, you see a ship. You see a ship appear. Everyone's like, huh? And then, all right, so this is what happens. You see a future Gohan pop out, and you see a future Gohan and a future Bra come out with Trunks. So I'm gonna just say it's a whole tango. Now you might be like, wait, how did Bra come out? Blah blah blah. That'll make more sense if I get enough views or whatever on this one, and I see people actually liking this. That'll make sense later. With these three figures, they're just like, so this timeline's changed dramatically from our different one. They all look at Gohan. Do you remember fighting someone like that? Yeah, this was before your time, kids. Hey, I see me over there. Points over to Trunks. But Bra's like, I don't see me. Maybe you don't exist in this timeline, Trunks says jokingly. She's like, don't say that. Anyways, so who wants to go in there, help? They all look at each other. They do a mean game of rock, paper, scissors. After the rock, paper, scissors has been decided, Brawl is the winner. She's like, yes, yes, yes. All right, let me show you boys how it's done. She powers up to Super Saiyan and immediately blitz. She said, hey, Vegeta. She doesn't even say Vegeta. She's like, hey, Dad, get out of the way. Master Gohan, get out of the way. But with more confidence. I'm trying to think what you would say in this given scenario. They like instantly jump back. Both of them. What? Another Super Saiyan? She literally one-shots, man. Just beat, 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 beat. One shot. Well, I say one shot, but like just hit him really hard. And then it says, all right, here we go. Big Bang Kamehameha. And then blasts him away. He's gone. Powers down. She's like, so what happened differently here is since it's Vegeta right here and Gohan knows how he is. They just all look. All right, listen, this is it right now. So instead of trying to be all cryptic and stuff and all this other stuff, they're just gonna get straight to the point. We're from the future. We're from a different timeline. I'm future you. Future. These are your kids, Vegeta. They don't do any of beating around the bush. So Vegeta is like, what are you referring to? Like, Vegeta is bugging out and all this type of stuff. And Gohan says, you wasn't wrong. You did say you would do this. I said no such. Said what? What are you talking about, imposter? There's only one Gohan and he's right here. Anyways, he says, come on, Vegeta. And so what they did is they all looked at so Trunks and Baller looked at Gohan and it was like kid Gohan, past Gohan. They're just like, oh, so this is what he looked like? They went over there to go to where Trunks and stuff were, baby Trunks. Bull as fuck teasing with him. Oh, look at your little baby. At least I exist in this timeline. He said, excuse me, ma'am, you don't have to have another child. She's like, well, no, I don't. I only have Trunks. At the rate, she kind of makes a joke about Vegeta being a bad father or some shit. Anyways, meanwhile, future Gohan and Vegeta, they're about to fight. He said, all right. And Gohan says, let me guess, you've only gotten it to Super Saiyan? He said, Super Saiyan only got. Super Saiyan's all there is. Of course you would say that, Vegeta. What? He says, ha! And he powers. And the funny, actually, he doesn't even power up. He's in Super Saiyan when he gets there. You sure? He's like, wait, why is your hair that color? Don't tell me you actually think, but when he powers up, he's like, yes, I am. Vegeta says, that's impossible as he powers up, charging the future Gohan. Future Gohan actually weaves and evades a lot easier, so he just weave. So the fight begins, just beep, 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 boop, 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 beep, beep, boop, boop. Eventually, after a while, Vegeta assesses the difference and says, all right, Vegeta, let me tell you something I couldn't tell you when I was younger because I didn't know any better. You're not the supreme overlord of power. You're not God. You're none of that. In 3 years' time, there's going to be androids that come in to... What are you doing? Sorry, the dog. Alright, so basically, they tell him you're not invincible. Gohan's like, come on now. Blah, blah, blah. Those are your kids. Yes, those are your kids. And you're gonna need to calm down this cocky attitude bullshit. And he's like, why? Well, if... Then Gohan bucks up. Shut up, Vegeta. God damn. Listen. You gotta realize, you're not strong. If my father was alive, he would be stronger than you as you are now. That hits like a nerve. But he says, well, if he was so strong, he wouldn't. Do you not remember? Gohan's yelling at this point. Do you not remember what happened back on planet Namek? You were about to get killed by Frieza. But no, who saved you? My father. Don't get me wrong, I didn't like his overkindness attitude. I did prefer the way you and Piccolo, Mr. Piccolo is what he would say, how y'all handle things. Y'all get straight to the point, not wasting any time. And don't get me wrong, that saved us countless times and countless battles. But Vegeta, you gotta drop your arrogance. For God's sake. He's kind of powering up a little bit as he says, you have a child over there. Have you want to hold your own kid? I understand you want to be this tough prince and all this stuff, but look at the Saiyan race now. It's reduced down to a fraction of what it used to be as he's like yelling and all this stuff. You need to stop focusing so much on your arrogance. Frieza is dead. He is gone. You and I killed him way back then, but for you it just happened. Drop the arrogant act for once in your pathetic life. If you were so strong, you wouldn't. This is actually hurting him to say this, but he knows he needs to say that to get a point over to Vegeta. Once in your pathetic life, if you were so strong, you wouldn't have died to the fucking androids. Even though he wasn't gonna really cuss, but just to kind of get the point of how he's talking. Jesus Christ. He pretty much waves at everyone else, kind of like goes over there, talks to them. The difference is Obama kind of gave them more information, and they actually had an accident when they tried to use the time machine prior, so that'll make more sense in a future part. But they end up doing that, and let's see. They did that. Future Gohan grabs past Gohan and flew off. Everyone was confused, and literally the mood kind of changed slightly. They said, please don't do that. I don't want to have to hurt any of y'all. They need to talk to each other. So what ended up happening was him and that Gohan eventually had to talk. He said, go ahead and show me your full power. And so basically he wanted to fight himself. And so they kind of sparred lightly or whatever. And then they were like, yo, I got a question. Is Dad the same he was? And then they both kind of had like an Osh moment. So if this was Team 4-Star, for most people seeing that versus the original, they'd be kind of like, did he love to eat? Yeah. And did he think about only fighting? Yep. Okay, I don't think we're too different. So he kind of just broke down and, gave him a little talk about like, you can balance both of them, scholar, score. It's 100%, possible. But in the world I came from, school and work didn't exist. It was only train not to die, or literally a life objection was to survive the next day. And by the way, you need to be able to speak up a little bit more when you're dealing with the Prince of all Saiyans. But enough of that. Keep up your training. We will talk. And then Gohan asks, wait, is there more forms besides Super Saiyan? Well, how about this? I'll spend a month here. He telepathically speaks with the other two. Let's spend a month here. I can train my past self. I can give my past self some tips while y'all help out the other Z fighters. And they all said, all right, sure. So a month passed, and during this month, Gohan learned a couple of different little, cool little techniques. He got better mastery over Super Saiyan. He learned how to meditate better. He also learned how to deal with Vegeta's attitude, and it was some overall good training. Now that I got that out the way, put down in the comments DBZ if you made it all the way to the video. If you made it all the way to the video, thank you. And also, let me know if you want more of these what ifs. Naruto what ifs, I'm still doing some research, so it wouldn't hurt to put those what ifs down either, but catch y'all later.